Chicago Bulls offseason news, rumors, trades, and offseason happenings, and just my general thoughts. So there's been a lot of articles and a lot of people have come out saying that the Bulls have had a failing grade for the offseason or close to failing grade. Some of that has to do with the front office not wanting to go over the luxury tax, and that comes from the Reinsdorfs, not Arturas Karnisovas and Mark Eversley. And I think that everybody is wrong. I think the Bulls have had a pretty solid offseason considering what they have to work with. I think the Bulls have done very well, and I would give the Bulls a B+, not a D, not an F during the offseason. So let's talk about the roster. So our number one thing that we needed to improve upon is health. If everybody comes back relatively healthy next year, which obviously with Lonzo Ball, we have no idea what's going to happen with that, that's a plus right there. Now, people talk about rim protection. Patrick Williams, well, granted, he's not as big. He still can be a good rim protector and a guy that can play the 4, although I would rather have Patrick Williams at the 3, personally. So if he's healthy for the season, that's going to change a lot of things for our lineup. We don't have to pay Javonte Green at the starting power forward or Alex Caruso. So that will help. Lonzo Ball, obviously, if he plays 50 games or more, that would be a big plus. And I think Lonzo, when it's all said and done, will be pretty healthy. They might hold him out on some games, but I think Lonzo plays at least 60 games next year. That's a big if, but it's what I expect. Hopefully that remains to be true. And then there's been a lot of talk about, they haven't done a lot in the free agent market, and they haven't, but there's some moves that they've made that have been very key. First of all, we re-signed Zach Levine to a 5-year deal, the max contract. While it's a lot to pay Zach Levine, when everybody else is getting all this money and making more now than Zach Levine, I think it's a bargain. Now, Levine, I think, can live up to that contract. He was having a pretty good year last year until he got hurt, and then he was playing at like 50%, I hear. But Levine was actually having a really good season up until that injury, and it seems like he's going to be fine. He's already working out, already trying to take it to the max as far as he can go right now, and I think Zach Levine is going to have a really good season. Hopefully he'll get a little bit better on defense, hopefully. And I think that's a big move that we brought back a superstar instead of trading him away and rebuilding like we did with Jimmy Butler. And then we brought back Derrick Jones Jr., but we're not paying him $10 million anymore. We're paying him 3 million something for a 2-year deal. I think that deal has a no trade clause because he wants to play with the Bulls, and that's good. Derrick Jones Jr. is a very valuable player. He doesn't do a lot, but he does a lot of little things. He's a little undersized, but I think Derrick Jones Jr. can be a solid backup at the 3 and possibly play the 4 at times. I don't want to see him play the 5. I don't think he's not, his body doesn't hold up well against some of those big centers that are in the NBA. But it is really positionless basketball these days. So I think getting him for a lot cheaper of a contract is actually a win. And I like it. I really do. Now, a lot of people say the Bulls haven't upgraded the roster. And I do admit they probably need a backup power forward still that's more of a rim protector that can block shots. But I think they've upgraded some positions that people don't realize. Let's start with our two-way contract. Justin Lewis versus the guy that we had last year on a two-way contract, Tyler Cook. Tyler Cook was okay, but I think his ceiling was already reached. We knew what he could do already. I think Justin Lewis has a lot of untapped potential, so we'll call that even right now, but I think Lewis could certainly play way beyond that two-way deal. So I think that's a plus, but I'll say it's even for now because it's somebody on a two-way contract. Look at the guard that we signed, Goran Dragic versus Matt Thomas, who we didn't bring back. Matt Thomas, yeah, he could shoot threes, but that's really all Matt Thomas could do. Get a pass, shoot a 3. He wasn't a good facilitator, and he couldn't take it to the basket. All he could be is a spot-up shooter for us. Goran Dragic could be a backup point guard, play decent minutes if Lonzo Ball is not completely healthy, and I think that's definitely a plus. He can still shoot threes 2 a game and make 2 a game, so that's what Matt Thomas really did, and plus we get the facilitator that Dragic is. Now, he's a little older, I admit, but I think he could play well beyond what Matt Thomas can do. Now, another guy that we didn't bring back because he really didn't do shit, which is kind of surprising, was Troy Brown Jr., and you replace him with Dalen Terry. Now, Troy Brown Jr. last year, let's look at his stats. He scored 4.3 points per game. He got about 3 rebounds a game, 1 assist, and shot like 77% from the line. And it doesn't say how many threes he... 35% from 3 points. You think Dalen Terry can't score 5 points a game and get, 4 or 5 rebounds and a couple of assists with some steals? I think he will be well beyond what Troy Brown Jr. can bring. Now, personally, I would have rather drafted somebody else, but if I'm looking at who's on the roster similar to Dalen Terry that we'd let go of, it would be Troy Brown Jr. He signed a vet min with the Lakers. And, yeah, he wasn't good for us last year. It was surprising because I thought Troy Brown Jr. was going to be a starter for us at some point, but he just kind of shit the bed. So I think that's an upgrade. In my opinion, it's an upgrade. Whether you believe me or not, I think getting Dalen Terry, who can do a lot of things, maybe not the best at scoring, but he can do a lot of things that is going to show up. He's going to be that glue guy, and I think that's important. And then the center position. So we had Tristan Thompson, who had a couple good games early on, and then was really a non-factor the rest of the season, in my opinion. Andre Drummond, for the deal we got him on, a little over $3 million for 2 years, so $3 million each season. Andre Drummond is going to be well worth that value. Andre Drummond is going to come in and do exactly what he did with other teams. He's still 28. He's not 35 or something like that, and I still think he can do 10-8 or 10-10. It depends on how many minutes he can get, but I could see Andre Drummond outperforming Nikola Vucevic. I really do think that's a possibility. Now, he sucks at the free throw line, I admit it, but he can set picks. He can be that guy in the middle. Players like Giannis Antetokounmpo won't be quick to drive the lane against us because we have a mountain in Andre Drummond in the middle. Now, is he the best shot blocker? He can block shots, but he doesn't do it at a big rate. I think he still can be that guy. Maybe he's kind of been lackadaisical the last couple of years. I don't know. But I think his role is going to be very important. I think he's going to be or I should say way, and play well beyond that contract that we gave Andre Drummond. So I'm really excited about the Andre Drummond move. I think that's the steal of the offseason rather than bringing in Hartenstein or, Mo Bamba or Mitchell Robinson, who would command close to $10 million or more. Hardenstein got, what did he get? $8 million a season. Robinson got like 15. Mo Bamba got like 14 or 12, something like that. I think Andre Drummond will actually be better than all those guys. When it's all said and done, the numbers, he'll be more valuable to the Bulls than those guys would have been to the Bulls. I really think that. So I think that's three positions that we definitely upgraded at. So letting Matt Thomas go, letting Troy Brown Jr. go, not bringing back Tristan Thompson, getting Andre Drummond, Goran Dragic, and Dalen Terry. And then we don't know what's going to happen with Justin Lewis, but I think he'll be better when it's all said and done versus Tyler Cook. So I think we've actually had a really good offseason with bringing back Derrick Rose Jr. on a cheaper deal and the re-signing of Zach Levine. I think there is one more move yet to make. I don't know what that move will be. We might release Tony Bradley at some point. I think we can't do it until December, though, and then bring in some guy that can be a backup power forward, because I don't want to see Javonte Green or Derrick Jones Jr. as the 4. I would rather have them play the 3 and bring in a guy like, Morris, the free agent Morris. Is it Markieff Morris? I don't remember what Morris brother it is, but he's a true backup 4. I think he would fit in good with us, but who knows? We still can trade Kobe White. I'm not sure what that trade will be, but I don't know. They're waiting. They're not trying to jump on just a move that gets offered. We're waiting for the moment to make a move here. And I think the Bulls will make a decent move and fill up that roster a little bit better, get rid of one of those guards. But it is nice to have depth. You never know what's going to happen with Lonzo Ball. Maybe Zach Levine isn't healthy. Who knows? And then one other thing I want to mention. A lot of Bulls fans are still on this bring back Derrick Rose. I'm so sick and tired of hearing the bring back Derrick Rose chat. It would be nice if Derrick Rose came back, but I mean, he's always hurt, typically. He misses time. He's gotten better at times in the past couple of years, but bringing back Derrick Rose right now, I don't think helps our team. Let's say trade Kobe White for Derrick Rose. Okay, what happens then? We lose shooting. Derrick Rose obviously has gotten better at three-point shooting, but he's not the shooter that Kobe White is. He's not as explosive anymore as he used to be, obviously, with the injuries that Derrick Rose has had. So I would love Derrick Rose to come back to the Bulls, but it would be on a vet minimum contract, and he would be like our 12th man off the bench. I think if we can win a championship, the Bulls winning a championship with Derrick Rose as our 12th man or maybe our 10th man off the bench, I would like that. But I don't want the Bulls to try to get Derrick Rose because we want him to be our 6th man. I think Derrick Rose is, I hate to say it, but possibly washed up. And I don't want to pay him, a lot of money. Vet minimum, then I'm all for it, but not the money he's making right now with the Knicks. So that's my opinion on that. I know a lot of you want Derrick Rose to play with the Bulls again. I'm saying it's not going to be the best choice for us. it would be better if we just brought him in to be a guy off the bench, maybe to teach some of our young guys how to play the game of basketball. So those are my thoughts. I know some of you are going to disagree with me. You might unsubscribe because I kind of talked about Derrick Rose in a negative light there, but I wasn't trying to. He's just old now. You know, he's not the player that he used to be, obviously due to the injuries and the age. I don't think a trade with Kobe White and other assets to get Derrick Rose would be feasible. It doesn't make sense to Rose needs to sign with the Bulls on a vet minimum and play on the bench as like the 10th, 11th, or 12th guy. That's my opinion. So if you're a fan of the Bulls, make sure you smash that like button. That does really help out with the YouTube algorithm. Share the video with whomever you want, any other Bulls fans that you know, or put it on your social media platforms. That's fine. Let me know that you're doing that too so I can give you a shout out. Sound off in the comment section about your thoughts. Your grade for the Bulls during the offseason. I know I gave them a B+. I'm sure a lot of you will say C or D, but I think they've upgraded all the positions that they let guys go, like Matt Thomas, Troy Brown Jr., and Tristan Thompson for Andre Drummond, Goran Dragic, and Dalen Terry. I think that's a plus. And then who knows about Justin Lewis versus Tyler Cook, but I think Lewis will ultimately be better. I think Tyler Cook already reached his ceiling. I think Lewis has a lot more he can do. So those are my thoughts. Make sure you leave yours in the comments section. Anything you want to talk about, any free agents that you think the Bulls could still possibly get some sort of rim protector that might block more shots than Andre Drummond. And of course, last but certainly not least, you're already watching the video anyway. Don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.